Hi, everybody. You are entering week 5, so you're about a third of the way through your spring term. And I wanted to talk briefly about what's coming up this week. So, you have been up to this point working on uh, preparing for Project One, the comparison contrast essay submission. And at the end of this week, on Valentine's Day, Sunday the 14th, you'll be submitting that final product. So in this week's folder, you will find that Aaron has recorded a sample student essay that follows this assignment, and it's about 12 minutes long, so give that a watch. And he walks through some of the components and touches on some of those pieces that you want to incorporate into your essay. So take a look at that. You are then, for this particular project, doing a self-edit. So I had mentioned when I did my video on anxiety about sharing work with other people that we do a couple different types of revision and editing. And this first one will just be a self-edit. So you don't have to share this one with anyone. You are going to answer the questions on that checklist to help you determine if you're meeting all the criteria and you're following the structure that needs to be within the essay. So you're going to take a look through that. And as I have said here, it takes about 30-ish minutes to get that done. You're then going to do a little bit of review and watching on comma usage. Commas are one of the most used pieces of punctuation in the English language, and they're also one of the most misused pieces of punctuation. We've probably all gotten various lessons on commas. I know that I had a teacher in my past who told me to put one in wherever I would naturally pause, which can work, but it's not necessarily a hard and fast grammar rule. So take a look through those materials and scan your draft to see how you're doing with your comma usage. We often have a tendency to go one of two ways. We either overuse it or we underuse it, and learning some of the most common ways and times in which to use it can be helpful to polishing your work up a little bit. And then we're asking you, after you've done some of that review, self-review of your draft and looked at the commas, to post to the discussion board how that process went for you. So read your draft out loud. I recommend that to anyone who's revising their own work, because it helps you to hear sentences that don't sound right or could be worded better. And sometimes when you read silently to yourself, you tend to skim and go over things that you might miss if you read it aloud. So shut your door, read your draft out loud, note any places that sound kind of weird or that they need some more rework to make it more clear. And then go through your draft and look for the you and your words. Remember, you and your is second person point of view, and we don't want to use that for this particular essay. You and your is typically more used for instructional manuals, instructions on how to do something. In English, we use often first and third person points of view for essays. Since this essay asks you to write about personal experiences, you are certainly welcome to use I, me, my, us, and we, which is first person point of view. Go through and then check your comma usage, and then look for, in particular, those fanboys, which stand for and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. Those are usually a tip-off for places where you might need some commas. And just post a brief update about how that self-edit went and things that you found that maybe, if you've not done a self-edit in a while, that helped you catch some of those issues that you might be having in your writing. And before you submit your essay, I have posted a video on proper MLA formatting. MLA is Modern Language Association formatting that we use to format our papers for this class and other humanities courses. And when we get to doing research, it's also how we cite our sources correctly. So please watch that and apply those rules to the essay before you submit it on Sunday. It will tell you the spacing you need, the margins you need, and the components you need on your document in order for it to meet the MLA standards for essay writing in this class. And once you've done all of those things, you are ready to then post your final draft of the Comparison Contrast Project 1 to Blackboard by Sunday night at 6 p.m. And remember that there are a few file formats that I can easily open and see. Those are the .docs, .docx, .pdf, and sometimes .rtf. So if you are working from an Apple or a Chromebook, you might have to export or download your file differently just so that I can open it and give you that feedback. And you will have the chance to revise these. Should you get a grade you're not completely happy with and want to keep working on it, you will be welcome to make those revisions throughout the term. And one last plug for the Western Learning Commons and the writing tutors within it. You are always welcome and encouraged to submit your drafts to them. And you can do that through either submitting through the Online Writing Center and getting emailed feedback, or jumping into one of their open Zoom sessions and working one-on-one with a writing instructor to get some feedback. So those are always options that are available to you. We encourage you to use them. We have some great writing tutors and instructors over there, and they are a great staff with really pleasant, happy people. So don't be afraid to reach out to them if you want some additional feedback. Okay, that's it for week 5, the week of Valentine's Day, and the week your first big project is due. As always, if you have questions, please reach out to Erin or to me. We're available via text or via email, and if you want to set up a Zoom for any reason, let us know that too. Have a great week, everybody. We'll talk soon.